Coming up on the list, turn that old flip phone into cold hard cash. 3 steps to make money with your outdated tech. Plus, could you eat a 5-pound burger? Dig into the biggest, craziest, and most extreme foods across America. But first, it's blistering hot outside. We've got 5 tricks to keep your house cool at the top of our list right now.
Canceled flights, strained power grid, and 120 degrees in some cities. Your home is supposed to be your sanctuary from that heat, but that's not always the case. Jimmy Rhodes has ways to beat the heat in your house on the top of the list.
We're talking about the heat.
Yeah, you know, we're climbing with a heat warning Sunday into Wednesday.
The heat is on and it's only getting hotter. We are expecting temperatures to reach over 100 degrees.
The states are scorching.
I didn't realize today was going to be so hot.
Here's how to keep that heat out of your home without your energy bills causing a cold sweat. This may sound like a no-brainer, but begin the big chill with your AC.
I think our best month was $146 off of the previous year.
Glenn Little is saving all that money by supercooling his home. He's on a time advantage power plan, so he cranks the temps way down at night when rates are low, then raises the setting during the day when rates go up.
Every once in a while it gets a little nippy, but I'll take that over the savings any day.
And don't worry, your air conditioner's cool.
Using the air conditioner the hardest during the cooler parts of the day, so it's easier for it to cool the house.
If the thought of cranking down your thermostat gives you chills, Lowe's assistant manager Mark Goodman has some other tricks.
So Mark, we're into the hottest part of the summer. What can I do to stay cool other than cranking up my AC?
Yeah, that's an idea, but that's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
I got some other ideas here for you.
Like using your ceiling fan the right way.
Ceiling fans can be used all year round. During the summer months, you want it to go counterclockwise. It actually makes the room feel about 8 degrees cooler on your skin.
So I don't have to set my thermostat so low, save some energy bill?
Right, exactly.
Okay, and what if I have all digital clocks and I don't know clockwise?
Stand underneath the fan. If you can feel it, you got it going.
Next, redecorate for the season. Change out rugs with thick heat-trapping pile for ones made of sisal or seagrass. And sofas upholstered in leather or heavy fabrics such as velvet can make you sweat. Cool them off with linen or cotton slipcovers. Last up, make a few simple changes.
So we're talking about staying cool, and you have me in the light bulb aisle. What gives?
Right. Well, a lot of people have these incandescent light bulbs in their homes as it is. Well, these actually generate a lot of heat.
So switch to LED bulbs.
Plus, it's 75% less on energy.
And LEDs last longer than regular bulbs.
All right, so we talked about incandescent light, but that's not the only kind of light we're fighting.
No, absolutely not. There's also your sun coming in through the windows. And that's why we're here with all these window films.
Okay.
These will help prevent 70% of the heat coming in through the windows. And it's really easy to install these. It's kind of like your car window, kind of tinted, but it also helps with the UV, where it reduces the amount of fading on your carpet and furniture.
That's not the only protection for your windows.
We have these cellular blinds. These will help you protect anywhere between 40 to 60% of the heat that's coming through the windows.
Beating the heat.
You said something. I'm just playing with these things.
Is on the top of the list.
Jimmy once again easily distracted, but so are we. Every time a new and better tech gadget comes out, we need to have it, and our old stuff gets tossed into a closet or junk drawer. But don't do it. There's money to be made off of old tech on the to-do list.
Don't toss those old flip phones, cranky laptops, or dated digital music players into the trash heap just yet.
Soon you'll discover that all of this stuff has value.
Here are 3 steps you can take to turn those old tech gadgets into cold hard cash. First, choose your marketplace.
Look at all this stuff. These are my gadgets.
Higher-end gadgets like late-model tablets and smartphones do better on eBay, while older, simpler items like flip phones or iPods may sell quicker on sites like OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, or Craigslist. Next, list your item like a pro. Gather up original boxes or any other materials with your gadgets and set them up for photos.
Lots of buyers are looking for a great deal on slightly used goods.
For best results, use natural light, multiple angles, and a decent camera if you have one.
It's important to make sure my photos and my descriptions match exactly. And I'm careful to describe any flaws.
And get ready to hit post. Finally, protect yourself. Wipe any data off your gadget and know the rules for your specific site. And when meeting in person, do it in public and only accept cash.
Release them back into the ecosystem and make back some of that cash.
Cashing in on tech from the olden days is on your to-do list.
Well, now that you've cashed in, it's time to head out and enjoy an extreme new food trend. Gigantic foods are hot right now. To help you get your fill, I braved mammoth munchies across America.
Do not adjust your television. That is indeed a 5-pound burger. Enormous eats are dominating the online video world, and I wanted to find out just what was going on with the Titanic treats across America. My first stop is to a place known for big fun, Bolero Bowling Alley in Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh my gosh!
This is 5 pounds of beefy goodness.
What's in the behemoth burger?
5 pounds of ground beef,
yes,
bacon, American cheese. We do a house-baked bun. We usually share about 10 people.
Has anybody gone in solo?
I don't think we have anyone on record as accomplishing a Bolero behemoth burger yet.
Challenge accepted!
They also have a 5-layer pizza cake and pizza cupcakes, and their 2-foot-long Chi-Town Mega Dog.
What do you think it is with Americans and their large food?
I think it's a connection, an emotional connection.
And what's that emotion say?
That looks big and delicious.
Next, let's head from the bowling alley to the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. Skyline Chili Diner challenges you to finish their 8-pound platter of Cincinnati chili.
We basically start off with a chili. You can have it on top of spaghetti, beans, the onions, and the cheese.
It's a challenge so large, even Zagat's Molly Moker couldn't finish it.
This is psychotic. Like, no one ever in their life needs to eat this much.
Could you? Finally, the Jack and Grill Burrito. It's the size of your head, and it's in Denver, Colorado.
Smothered burrito, 7-pound burrito for $15, or if you eat it, it's free.
It's 7 pounds of potatoes, eggs, cheese, and your choice of sauce.
Good Lord. Fuller than a gopher full of dirt.
That's one full gopher.
I need a little something to wash it down. Would you like some?
Let's get in there.
Monstrous meals across America.
Whoa, that was way too much food. All right, here's a question for you. Do you know how to spell Wisconsin? According to Google, a lot of people who live there have problems spelling the name of their own state. Lindsay Granger has more words that stump us on the lowdown.
On a recent episode of The Bachelorette, contestants were asked to compete for love with a spelling bee, and it didn't go so well.
That's F-A-N-T-A-S-T-I-C-A-L-Y, fantastically.
But these fellas aren't the only ones that need a refresher. Dictionary.com lexicographer Jane Solomon is unpacking a few of Google's most commonly misspelled words. First up, California and New York share a common spelling error.
Well, California and New York were both spelling beautiful wrong. The problem lies in the first vowel when you're coming to spelling from an English perspective. This spelling is actually a relic of the Middle French.
In places known for the beautiful people and cities, you would think they could spell the word correctly. Next up, Arizona can't spell tomorrow.
The 3 vowel sounds in tomorrow are oo, and o, and they're all represented in spelling with the letter O. So I can very easily see how someone might think one of those O's is actually an A.
And for Arizona, tomorrow's weather will be just as miserable as it was today. So I can see why the word isn't a priority. Next, Arkansas is having trouble with Chihuahua.
Chihuahua is a city in Mexico, and that's where that spelling comes from.
But just because you can't spell Chihuahua doesn't mean you can't own one.
I think that anyone who could love a Chihuahua should have a Chihuahua.
And even though the Religion Research Institute says 78% of people in Indiana are religious, they can't spell hallelujah.
Hallelujah comes from Hebrew, and the spelling that we have in English is a transliteration of Hebrew. How often are you actually writing down the word hallelujah?
Jane's right. The majority of times I've come across the word, it was spoken out loud. And don't think you're not smart just because a few words trip you up.
English is a tough language to learn how to spell. In fact, other languages are more systematic.
Learning to spell on the lowdown.
Get this! The first character to ever speak in a Disney film was the evil queen from Snow White. Coming up, your favorite Disney villain songs like you've never heard before. Plus, there's Loving Your Cat and Loving Your Cat. Products for crazy cat people. And weird laws from across America. Stay tuned. There's more coming up on the list.
Need a new Netflix show to binge watch, or how about a new movie? We've got you covered with what's new on the streaming service and what's about to be released on the hot list.
Everyone ready? Class is in session for the first new Netflix entertainment option, Degrassi Next Class.
Can you guys believe that this is our last semester in high school?
Can you believe a version of this groundbreaking dramatic high school show has been on the air pretty much nonstop since 1979?
I think this calls for a makeover. Lola, not everything calls for a makeover.
You have never been more wrong. All 4 seasons of Next Class are on Netflix as of this past Friday, so that should be more than enough to distract your kids while they impatiently wait for 13 Reasons Why to return.
I'm falling in love with you.
Now to a new Netflix show just for the adults out there. Friends from College is at number 2.
This part is going to be awesome. Oh, God, my God. Oh, sure.
This comedy stars Keegan-Michael Key and Kobe Smulders as a couple who move back to where all their friends from college still live and end up acting like they're in college all over again.
What are you guys doing?
Just doing slow motion. Slow-mo, it's really cool. Like a slow-mo.
Yeah, and like
blink slow.
Become friends with these crazy characters as you binge watch 8 half-hour episodes, all new this Friday.
After a long talk with Max last night, I have decided to go ahead and try to like you.
That is achievable.
From Netflix TV shows to Netflix movies, the drama To the Bone is at number 3.
I'm not going to treat you if you aren't interested in living.
Good speech.
Lily Collins and Keanu Reeves star in this movie, New Friday, about a teenager dealing with an eating disorder and depression.
I just don't see the point.
Lily's character joins other struggling teens on a quest to recover from what's keeping them down and thrive going forward.
Somebody tell me why we're here.
Because we're alive.
Very good.
Some of them actually seem like they're doing okay. Like they might get lives and be semi-interesting people.
Did you just say something optimistic?
I did say semi.
And finally, let's explore the oceans in Chasing Coral at number 4.
Most people stare up into space with wonder. Yet we have this almost alien world on our own planet, just teeming with life.
The stunning underwater exploration documentary dives into your Netflix queue this Friday.
We live at a unique moment in time where we can change history.
It explores how coral reefs around the world are vanishing at an unprecedented rate and what we can do about it.
We don't have any time to waste if we want to have any hope.
This has got to wake up the world.
Binge watchers at the ready on the hot list.
I think there should be a law that binge watching is something we can do all the time. That makes about as much sense as some other weird laws that are on the books. Let's take a look on the breakdown.
Traveling across America, you'll find odd local characters, quirky roadside attractions, and according to attorney John Fruitkin, some really wacky laws.
We live in a land of kind of strange laws, and everywhere it's a little bit different. But nobody's immune.
First up, we start in California, where biking enthusiasts better be on their guard because it is prohibited to ride a bike in a swimming pool. If your aqua aerobics program was going to include some cycling, sorry.
What they really mean is in a public swimming pool in a park, because what they're really worried about is when the swimming pools were empty, kids started riding their bikes and skateboarding in the swimming pools.
Next, traveling east to Kansas, where getting creative with your wine glasses is a no-go, because serving wine in teacups in Topeka is forbidden. It's unclear why the law originated.
There's a rumor that there was some concern that kids were sneaking wine.
Regardless the origin, in the Sunflower State, be sure to do your cheersing in wine glasses. Third on our list of weird laws, Alabama, where a sweet treat needs to be front and center, because down south it's illegal to have an ice cream cone in your back pocket. While this may have us scratching our heads today, the origin may have historical context that makes perfect sense. Horse thieves used to lead horses away with the strategically placed ice cream. They never had to lay their hands on them, thereby not technically stealing the horses, but instead claiming they got lost.
You kind of wonder if the law was to protect people against horse thieves, why they didn't make hay in your pocket illegal, but I don't know.
And finally, we head north to Connecticut, where one law seems silly. Since 1996, there's been a ban on silly string in the town of Southington, Connecticut.
Obviously, kids are spraying it all over the place, and it makes the worst mess. So this law probably shouldn't surprise any of us.
And the punishment isn't silly. Violators face a $99 fine. Laws that sound loony on the breakdown.
Well, from crazy laws to cool cats, there are some brand new products out there for both you and your feline. Now, I am going to give you fair warning. One of the things on our list is a little out there, but you don't want to miss it. It's on the hit list.
Want to add a meow to your morning? At number 1, the cat egg mold, a kitchen gadget that wants to give you the perfect breakfast. Seems like you just place it on a hot pan, crack your eggs in there, and fry them up. They even have a mini version if you're into quail eggs. The pair are sold together for 19 bucks. At number 2, Licky, a brush that wants you and your cat to get very close.
Cats groom each other as a form of social bonding. As a human, you're left out of this intimate ritual. With Licky Brush, you can now lick your cat back.
Well, I don't even know what to say to that. I guess you can just hold it in your hand and use it like a normal brush. And if you were ever tempted to lick your cat, this would save you from hacking up a fur ball. The Licky Brush is going for 25 bucks. And at number 3, the Wall-O cat carrier. The top pops off, making it simple to put them in there. A handle makes your kitty cargo easy to carry. And a window lets you keep an eye on mittens. It's available to pre-order for 37 bucks and plans to ship in November. I can think of at least one cat who would love it as a holiday gift.
Walt Disney Productions, The Cat from Outer Space.
For all the info on these products, head on over to thelisttv.com. Kitten Pretty on our hit list.
Now on the list, release your inner mermaid with the Mermaid Mule. Step 1, start with 1.5 ounces of vodka. Step 2, add some fresh squeezed lime and ginger beer. Step 3, splash a floater of blue curacao and stir. Garnish with a lime and cherry, and you're ready for an undersea party. For the latest trends, DIY and life hacks, go to thelisttv.com.
Kids may be whizzes with computers, but one practical thing they're not schooled in is investing. Words like stocks and bonds are boring and confusing for even adults. So how can you make it appeal to a teenager? Getting your teen invested in investing on the lowdown.
Basic checking and savings accounts just aren't enough anymore. Well, unless you want a kid with a master's degree living in the basement. Financial educator Eric Palmer has 3 steps to get your teen investing in their future. Number 1, get them interested.
The first thing is to get them interested in a stock or an investment that they can relate to. So if your children are really into technology, think about Google. Or if they're really into using social media, focus on a stock like Facebook or an Instagram.
Then explain to your teen that investing is essentially buying a piece of that company. And that piece is called a stock.
So if a company's making money, then potentially you're making money. If a company's not doing so well, then you could be losing money.
Next, create a game.
There's some great apps out there like the stock market simulator where they can actually start out with a fake amount of money, start making trades and see how it will perform over time, and they're not actually putting money in the real stock market. Create a game or a contest around it. It could be the siblings against one another or the parents against the siblings. Who can create the most return in the market itself? If you keep it fun and exciting, I think that'll keep the children engaged.
Finally, open a custodial account.
There's a great way to start them actually investing in the market. It's called a custodial account. They can make choices, but they're low-risk choices. So you're still overseeing those investment choices and actually approving them.
The market can be wildly unpredictable. Getting a taste of that when they're on training wheels is good preparation before they invest their hard-earned savings.
I think we have to understand that in the real world, we can lose sometimes. So if they make a choice that it ends up losing money, then they're going to probably be a little bit smarter next time and make smarter choices.
Getting a high rate of return on your kid's future on The Lowdown. Want to binge watch The List? Stream us on Roku. Access more trends, deals, and life hacks on TV's #1 streaming device. Add The List to your Roku now. On the next list. 1. Lose weight by eating fat? Turn to a French diet for great meals that won't stay with you. 2. Summer is the season to sell your home. Everything you need to make your listing stand out. And 3. It's like paint by number for cooking. Strange things you can buy at IKEA. All that on tomorrow's list.
Scar, Jafar, Ursula. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Disney movie bad guys. But their songs are anything but bad. An acapella mashup of villainous music is on the viral list.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Ready or not, here's an acapella medley of the Disney villains you love to hate, singing the songs you absolutely love.
Be prepared.
YouTuber Peter Hollins, who just finished his 6th studio album, put this together with fellow singer Whitney Avalon. The duo sings as the evildoers from Lion King, Aladdin, The Little Mermaid, Tangled, Beauty and the Beast, and more.
No one's been like Gaston, a kingpin like Gaston. No one's got a swell cleft in his chin like Gaston.
Sing along to the whole video on thelistTV.com.
Skip the drama, stay with mama. Mother knows best.
Bad guys, great songs on the viral list.
Great. Now all of those Disney songs are going to be stuck in my head all week long.
There could be worse things,
Yeah,
right?
lucky for you, though.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching, everyone.
We will see you tomorrow.